Hi everyone, welcome back to Learning Unlocked. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe, like, and of course, leave a comment below. In today's activity, I'll be demonstrating to you how to make this cute little bumblebee number slider. It can be used for toddlers to teach number identification and number sequence, and for older kids to teach the concept of addition and subtraction, just like you would use a regular number line. So for today's activity, all you will need is 2 sheets of Bristol board, a pencil, a ruler, a bottle of glue, a pair of scissors, and of course some color pencils, crayons, or markers, anything that could add some color. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our paper and we're going to turn it horizontally. We're going to use the edge of the paper as a guide and line up our ruler against it, and we're going to use the ruler itself as our size guide. So we're just going to go along the other end of the ruler. So we're going to make 2 lines. Make sure these lines are straight, even, everything like that. Then we're going to turn our ruler vertically and we're going to do the same thing downward. Just a quick note, this can be used not only for numbers but also for letters. So we're just going to grab a color pencil, make sure the color that you choose is bright and will show up against whatever color paper that you choose to use. You don't have to use the same colors that I chose. If you notice, I'm leaving a blank space at the beginning and end of each strip. That's so that our slider doesn't slide right off our line, and also so we can overlap the 2 strips to connect them into one long even strip. You're just gonna cut this out. Make sure you're not cutting every single number, but just the strips. Guys, remember, it does not have to be perfect to be effective. That's my mantra. You already know this. Don't be tempted to start over, just get it done. So I'm cutting off this extra square, and this is where we're going to overlap and connect our strip. Be sure not to use too much glue when you're adding to the paper to connect, because you don't want this to get too wetty and take long to dry or move too much, or just put just enough to get it stuck. You want to apply some pressure, just making sure that you're using your line as a guide so that all the squares are even. After you're finished sticking it together, you're going to set it aside to dry. Make sure you lay it flat, and we're going to move on to drawing our bumblebee. So we're going to get our other color of paper, and the first step we want to do is use our ruler, the width of our ruler again as a size guide, and we're going to do one even square like we did on our number stripe. This square is what we're going to cut out for the numbers to actually show up on the bumblebee as we slide it along the strip. So you want to make sure this is very clean, because you don't want to create any confusion as they slide and maybe they see 2 numbers at the same time. So that's why I'm using the same size square. So I'm just going to get started drawing my bumblebee around that square. You don't want to make it too close to the square, because you want it to still be sturdy enough when you cut that square open. So again, we are trying to make this as realistic as possible here. So we're just going to add the typical things, you know, that you would see on an average bumblebee. But still make it cute. So if you have googly eyes, this will be the perfect time to use them. You know, a cute little button nose, and of course a big huge smiley face, because we want playtime to be a happy time, or learning time to be a happy time too. So look at that $1 million smile. Just gonna add some stripes. When we're finished adding the stripes, we're gonna move on to our wings. If you notice, I am going around when I'm making my outline. I'm doing light lines at first. Just in case I make a mistake, I could just, erase it quickly and move forward without having to start over or ruining my paper. So after we do that now, we're going to go over and we're going to press a little harder, apply more pressure to our pencil just to create a more harsh outline and give it a more defined look. Now it's time for some color. For the wings, I chose a teal. Typical Bumblebee pictures, cartoon pictures on the internet usually have white or light blue wings. But I chose teal, just for a pop of color against the yellow, The brighter the better, girl. I'm just repeating on the next side. Sped this up, I don't want to bore you guys too much. So as I move on to the next section, I'm just going to go in again with the hash lines just to give it a cleaner look in case I may have gone over a little bit when I was coloring with the color pencil in that section. My paper is yellow, so I'm leaving the head blank because the head is usually yellow. But if you use a white paper, make sure you fill it in, and all the blank spaces I leave out with an orange color pencil or crayon. Look at her coming together already. Guys, we're almost done. Just hang in there. Just stay focused. Almost there. We're just gonna cut this out. Oh, look at her against that light. Okay, maybe I made her a little too realistic. I don't understand why she's trying to fly away. So again, just moving against the outline with my scissor. Girl, stop trying to fly away. Sheesh. Okay, since she flew away a couple more times, let's just show you how to mount this baby. So I'm going to show you how you insert your strip into your Bumblebee. Now, if you have a craft knife, you're just going to go against your left and right guidelines of your square with the knife and cut it open. If not, I'm going to show you how you can achieve the same thing with a scissor. So you're just going to want to fold against those guidelines, creasing it, and then you're just going to snip a little piece at the end, just big enough that your scissor can fit in. Then you're going to run down the line with your scissor. Make sure you stop at the end of that line, not a millimeter over. And you're going to repeat on the next side. So make sure you don't face your scissor away from the line, because you don't want to, go too far down and jag your Bumblebee. So make sure you're facing it towards the length of the line that you're going to cut. Okay, so once you've cut the sides of your square, make sure to pull it forward and ensure that it opens enough to fit your strip in. So you're going in, make sure the numbers are facing the front of the Bumblebee. So you're going to insert into the Bumblebee and you're going out of. I guess if you didn't before, now you could fully understand why I put the extra blank square at the front. And this is how our slider works. Now I'm going to show you an extra step. This is completely optional, but this is in case you want to make it, a little bit more sturdy. Also, if your Bumblebee sticks a little bit, just pull it forward, just wiggle it a little bit, or you can snip up just not too much. You don't want to make the space too wide, but just to make it move a little bit more smoothly. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how to make a chart. I'm using a sheet of stack blank, and I'm taking my glue and I'm sticking only the blank squares because we still want to make sure that our bumblebee is able to slide along the strip to number 1 straight to number 14. From number 1, sorry, straight to number 14. So applying a little pressure, sorry, a lot of pressure to make sure it sticks into place. And we're going to just repeat this on the next end. Be very careful, ensure you're only getting the end square. Use the line as your guide. So as you can see, she's ready, she's mobile. So I'm going to demonstrate. Say we want to add 4 and 5. We start at number 4 and we're going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We end up at 9. So 4 plus 5 is 9. The same thing works for subtraction. 9 take away 3. Moving 3 spaces back. 1, 2, 3, 6. So that's it for today. Be sure to check out my printable version. And again, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Catch you in the next video. Bye.